Hey Aurora traders and investors, today is November 6th, Friday. Happy Friday. And today we're going to do a quick update on Aurora's stock. So in today's video, we'll just do a quick update, some technical analysis, and we'll cover the huge move, almost 100% in one day, up over 140% in 2 days, closing in on 150%. So let's bring up the chart here now for you folks. So as you can see, we were up to 12.15 today. You're up over 90% from the low yesterday. And let's just bring up the daily chart here. You can see that we are up very, very big in just 2 days, up 145%. That is insane. Huge gap on the chart. Change the daily trend back here. I had a lot of people ask me about Aurora today, all their friends, family, YouTube, people in the group, and looking when to take profit. And I basically highlighted and said for a long time now that Canadian MJ is standing out. And when we had that daily trend change back here at the low of 438, as soon as we broke the high of 502, that gave us that daily trend change. And that was the go signal up from that daily trend change up, like I said, about 170%, is it? Wow, 175% since the daily trend change. Very similar to what happened on Oxley as well. I can see here we had a daily trend change and about 130% move to the upside. So very similar. The names that get beat up more tend to go up more, but also this was a case of a huge short squeeze. So once you have everybody on one side of the boat, I had a ton of people asking me, see, I told you Aurora is the best, and I told you should have invested in Aurora. Yes, there's a difference between going in it for a trade or a swing or investing. I wouldn't consider it an investment still at this point. Personally, I don't like any of their products. I don't buy any of their products. I was never a fan of Aurora. I was never a shareholder. I never will be, never was, never will be. I don't like their products. Their fundamentals are terrible. Their management is terrible. Unless something changes with their fundamentals. Personally, I don't like their tech. I'll trade it for a quick flip or whatever, but I don't invest in something I don't like. For example, I love Hexo's products. I love Canopy's products, but my #1 favorite products in the Canadian LPs is Hexo. So therefore, I put more of my dollars into Hexo. And I do believe that Hexo is the better bang for the buck. But again, Hexo is up 30% today. CGC changed the monthly trend. It's in a monthly uptrend now, first time since the all-time high, up like 20%. Cron 20%, APHA laggard, but was up about over 10% at one point. So again, the reason why ACB shot up in comparison to its peers is because everybody was short the stock. And when you have everybody on one side of the boat, and then you have news about New York, potentially Andrew Cuomo saying that 2021 could be the year of legalization, you get new buyers coming in, plus you get people covering their shorts. So it's just a perfect storm for a huge, huge move. So like I said, don't stay, like, always look at it for a trade and a swing. Personally, this isn't investing advice. This isn't a buy or sell recommendation, but I don't think that this is investable yet. They still have a lot of proving to do. So as you can see, we're in a daily uptrend. Weekly, we haven't confirmed a weekly uptrend, but bulls have a ton of room now to form a weekly high or low, and we'll see how much of a bounce we can get. But we don't have any monthly resistance up here until 1968. And we also have earnings on the 9th, which Canopy reports earnings on the 9th as well. So that's going to be a very crucial earnings report. And you can see here that we haven't formed a high or low in a very, very long time. 2 gaps in the charts, and we have an hourly inside bar, 2 hourly inside bars, so we'll see which way that breaks. Most important support right now is 983, and most important resistance is 1130. If we break one of those, we'll know that whether a bull break, we can expect more upside. Bear break, we can expect an hourly high or low. We'll be confident that the hourly consolidation is underway once we lose the 5-minute uptrend. So we're holding EMA 12 right now. We're holding the 5-minute uptrend. And we're just looking for a 5-minute high or low. If we lose 968, that confirms a 5-minute downtrend and that our hourly consolidation is underway. And again, if you're not familiar with these charts or technical analysis, why not check out powgroup.ca or pursuitofwealthgroup.com, join an investment community. That's all we do all day, is share ideas and setups and technical analysis, give our input and opinions, not our recommendations or advice, because we're not financial advisors, but we can give you, you know, our idea and what we would do if we were in your shoes. Check us out for a 7-day free trial, but very, very bullish at the moment. And I had a couple of friends asking me, when should I take profit? So on the weekly chart, just a huge rocket ship, MACD, stochastic, well above the 10-week moving average, all blasting off to the upside. Taking a look at the daily chart. So we were approaching the 200-day moving average. We were above it. And I said, now might be a good time to start taking profits. And then he said, well, I'm on the Canadian side. What about the Canadian side? I said, even better. We basically rejected right at the 200-day moving average. So I think he sold around the $15 mark, just over the $15 mark. And if you would have listened to me, or if anybody else would have seen that as well, that 200-day moving average, you could have got a nice buying opportunity. It went down from 12.16 to 9.68, lost about 20%. So you could have rebought cheaper, 20% cheaper in just about 25 minutes, 30 minutes. So huge volatility. Congrats to the bulls. These are things we need to watch out for as traders. When the stock gets beaten up, when it loses 90% of its value, right? And again, not saying to invest, but when it loses 98% of its value, then we know to be looking the other way potentially. And it had the reverse split news, saw a huge bounce after that. And we knew to be looking for a bounce eventually. And like I said, once it gets beaten up so much and so many people are on one side of the fence and they're all bearish and they're all going short, then once you get news like a catalyst of Biden and potential US legalization and New York legalizing, you get a slew of an influx of new investors, and then you get an even more huge short covering and just propelling the stock to endless percentages higher. And like I said, over 100%, almost 100% in one day, over 100% in 2 days. Absolutely massive move. So again, congrats to the bulls there on Aurora, but I did highlight that the 200-day moving average was approaching. I highlighted that the weekly 50 moving average was approaching. We also had daily resistance and weekly resistance approaching. So huge pullback, 20% from the high of the day. And if anybody would have listened to that or paid attention to that signal, you could have easily reloaded 20% cheaper. Personally, I'm not holding any Aurora. I have Hexo, Canopy, Cron, Afria, Oxley, TGOT, a ton of different names that are all up huge. And I haven't sold a single share because I expect a lot more upside to be had in the space. I'm actually looking to add more, and I'll continue to average up. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today on Aurora. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything else you need clarified, if there's any other tickers you're looking at. I'll do my best to cover those as soon as possible. Again, congrats to the bulls, and we'll see how many more legs to this run are in store. And very excited for the year ahead. Again, congrats to the bulls. Have yourself a great rest of your day, and I'll see you a little bit later on for another daily market recap at the end of the trading day. If I don't talk to you, have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the next update.